Life is fascinating, and I sometimes think about how interesting it is that for every two people that have an experience together, especially if they don't know each other and it's just like a one time, bumping into each other scenario, that if something, whatever whatever impression is left, those two people go their separate ways and each one has their own perspective of what the hell happened. And so there's two people out there in the world sharing the exact same story, but their perspectives and probably their tone and whether it was comedic or serious or creepy are totally different. And with that in mind, when I was about 17 or so, I was in a 4-H club with a few of my buddies, and we went to this big 4-H conference at MU in Columbia, Missouri. And on the last night, there was a dance. And the interesting thing about it was that we were kind of just, hanging out, dancing, whatever. And my buddies and I, and we ended up with there was like a group of girls we were hanging out with and dancing with. And every now and then, not very often, but every now and then they'd play a slow song. And we weren't really into the slow songs that night. Uh, we were just wanting to shake a tail feather. And it was one of those things where right at the end of the night, they played I Hope You Dance. If you know that song, you know. But at any rate, so all the girls came to us that we were kind of hanging out with, and they all wanted to slow dance, and we were kind of like, And so uh, I ended up with this girl, and for whatever reason, I know why. It's because I have kind of a weird sense of humor sometimes, and I just want to be fucking awkward sometimes. And I danced with this girl, and for the entire duration of the song, instead of talking to each other or whatever, I sang the entire song, word for word, in falsetto. And this is a girl, we didn't know each other, and it's the only time I ever met her was that night. And so for the entire 3 minutes of the song, I sang it word for word, falsetto, and she was just quiet. She didn't say anything when the song ended, and I just kept it straight. Like, I didn't laugh, I didn't nothing. I just sang it very straight, falsetto. And when it was over, she kind of just like, oh, thanks, and then walked off. And she just walked off awkward without a word, pretty much. And I was just like, wow, I don't know what she was hoping was going to happen with that dance, or how great that was going to be, or romantic or nice or sweet or whatever. But whatever she thought, it was not. And it was just hella awkward. I wasn't awkward. I felt fine. But somewhere out there, I gave her a story. And somewhere out there, there's this woman who has a story about the one time she slow danced with a guy at MU, and the entire song he sang falsetto. I hope you dance. And I hope she continues. I hope she shares that story. I hope it's laughable and weird and awkward, but it's just, that's the beauty of it. There, two people don't know each other. You do something, you leave an impression on each other one way or another, and you're both out there sharing the same story, but with completely different perspectives. For her, it was probably just this really awkward, what the hell just happened sort of moment. And for me, it was just like, I was just trolling, I guess. But life, man, life is full of weird things, and we each have our own perspective on it. So get out there, be weird, give people a story to tell about you.